Hello everybody and welcome back to another Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde video. Today we will be doing the challenge run that I said in, I believe, another video. Again, it hasn't been decided if I'm uploading it or not. It is a fail about 10 minutes in, so, you know, do you want to show your fails or not? It might be fun though, so I just might. Again, we are going in with Grand Hex on Maxine. We're going to change some of the other weapons around that we had used. We will be going back to the Hinterlands, as that was the place that sort of handed me my butt. So I just want to get there, and yeah, we're going to get going. So this challenge run, just so people are aware, is that we are starting with one weapon. So this weapon is Grand Hex in this case, which gives us 5 free levels in cooldown. So we have 5 levels in this, and we can have 3 other weapons. Every level, we will be taking something from the next slot. So we have a level 6 Grand Hex. We will be getting a level 1 XYZ. In this case, it is the Shadow Shurikens. Next level, we will be getting another new weapon of whatever comes up. We will not be using rerolls for this, so we may get something we want, we may get something we don't. In this case, we got a pretty good choice. I am going to be going with Orbital Fire in this case, so that is not too bad. I'm actually very happy with Orbital Fire here. I think that's going to be a huge help compared to the last time I did this. And last but not least, we can get something else. Now, we can go with the Vines. We do have some decent protection around us. Maybe we'll go with Arrow in this case, just to have a longer range clearing ability. So we have gotten all of these. We have a 5 level difference between one and these 3, and we're back at the top of the order. So we will be going with a Grand Hex ability, which is that right there. Next on the list will be a Shadow Shuriken. Next on the list will be an Orbital Fire. Rinse and repeat. The goal is to see if I can even beat it at this point. No guarantee we're going to have huge elements of massive damage on the Shurikens or anything else for the final boss. And as you can see, we are on Orbital Fire here. So we will use rerolls as much as possible and take the first option or choice of options available. Should I not have money for rerolls, of which I will not be spending any money in shops, only for rerolls, just so you are aware. Again, we are on Arrow, so we have to use a reroll. Should we not find something, like we may not right now, we did. But say this was not Arrow, we would go to the next on the list, and the next, and the next, so on and so forth, and then fill this in at the soonest possible time. So that is how I'm handling it if I do not have money, just so there's almost no way to have enough money unless you start the game essentially with Rupert and find like 5 chests right off the bat and get a bank of like 3,000 gold. And even then, that might not be enough money. So yeah, I think that's the fairest way to do it. It is, it's quote-unquote the honor system, but I'm doing this challenge for me. It's not like there is that much to really say there. It is what it is. So as you can see, we are moving along. We have 2 levels in our things. We just got our 3rd Grand Hex. Third. I say 3rd, it's technically our 2nd level, but the 1st is actually picking it. So we picked it as our starter weapon, and then we got 2 levels on top. Now, thankfully, with Grand Hex, we actually got cooldown. So we're already at cooldown level 6 on some AoE. Yeah, so we got a cooldown, we got some AoE, which is great. And perfect, on the Shadow Shuriken level, we actually got choices, which is amazing. And it's actually the 3 best choices. And we're going to take number. We are going to take number every single time. Shadow Shurikens, much like Bone, if you at least get number up, they will treat you right. We have some Orbital Fire. Oddly enough, while the dot tick speed is incredibly strong with Orbital Fire, we got to our Arrow. Let's take some damage so we can kill some of the bigger guys by pointing at them. We definitely don't want dot tick damage. We're not going to max it. It's virtually impossible. We are on the Grand Hex. I wish I could have taken that +3 for the Shurikens, but alas, it was not meant to be, unless they choose to give it to us right now. Kind of trying to psych out the game, but we shall see. Using it. Hey, there we go. Nothing. Don't get me wrong, getting crit is fantastic. It does do triple damage. Getting cooldown is nice. not as nice, but nice. We're getting some nice speed, though. Speed is fantastic on the Orbital Fire. That is going to be a huge help in the long run of this run. So let's just quickly run out, grab some of those, come on back, and maybe we'll get lucky and find like a pet or something up above. I just want to grab these crates, and we shall see. We are on the Era, so we can get damage. We're going to go with some cooldown. It is effectively almost 10% faster, a little bit less, like 8% faster, so something along those lines. But I will happily take 8% speed over, don't get me wrong, the damage is very nice, but that speed will add up in the long run. So unfortunately, again, a reroll. We're not going to get it, so we have to move on to the next one, which is the Shadow Shurikens. We do not have this, so we move on to the next one, which is the Orbital Fire, and now we will skip Orbital Fire in this rotation. So, not a bad thing right there. I do hope this does not happen more than, once or twice in a cycle. Let us get Hardy. That will help. I wish it was the Mag Slime, but, Hardy will help, especially when the fairies come for me. Oh, the fairies, they come for thee, or they come for me. They truly, truly, truly are a danger to us all. We are still on the Grand Hex, and we still have not gotten a Shuriken, and we're at 500 gold. So we're moving on to the Arrow. Grand Hex is still up, so it's Grand Hex, Shuriken, Grand Hex. That is essentially the path that we are currently on. It's not exactly the best. I wish it was Shuriken Grand Hex, because again, that was a +3 right there. But we will be going for Shuriken next, and if a Shuriken doesn't appear, then we will be going back to Grand Hex. So we will see. Again, it's a little finagly, but we have to sort of make do with what we got. We don't have, infinite rerolls or anything fun like that. We did get the Shurikens, we grabbed some damage, and now we're back to square one. We are on even playing field. It's like we didn't skip anything at all. Shh. It's okay. Shh, 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 shh. We're doing just fine. It's not cheating. It's effectively using your tools. So here we go. We're on the Grand Hex. As you can see, it's just 5 levels higher. We need to make it that 6. Again, we get the +3 the level before. So something tells me, again, we will be in trouble because it's not going to give me the +3 on the level that I want it. But you never know. You never know. We'll take the crit again. We'll keep the crit going. Again, I cooldown is good, but I want to make sure it's good in the sense that, it has a place. But overall, I want to make sure that we are doing as much damage as possible. Oh, and here we go. Here's our first Orbital Fire dot speed increase. It is an Orbital Fire level, and that is our only choice. Again, it's not too bad. I want to come down here for the Hardy Heart, by the way. I believe Hardy dug that up, so fantastic. It can be a little hard. Maxine is very fast for the digging pets. And we're on the Era. Crit is always nice, but I'm going to go with size. I actually want to try and get the arrow a little bit bigger. Hopefully it will be, a protection in our hour of need as these fairies do get inevitably closer and faster. Well, maybe not faster, but... And here we go. We are on start of the order. Cannot actually do anything. Just shy of 500. So we will be grabbing the Shurikens there, and we will head... Ooh, that was a good amount of experience over there. I want that. I want it. We're coming back for the Grand Hex, and there we go. Nice and easy. Back where we should be. These bomb enemies, always the worst. Never a fan. On to the Orbital Fire. So yeah, for a challenge, this definitely kicked my butt the first time. It's kicking my butt now. I honestly, if I was on Conrad or Vivian, this would be significantly easier. Look, another +3 when we can't use it. Oh no. It would be significantly easier. Vivian, with just her ability to get more experience, is nice. It, in the long run, would outweigh just 5 free levels and just a higher health pool. not a bad thing. I would never say no to a higher health pool. We are at the top of the order. Grand Hex. Oh, but we have enough for a reroll. No! We had +3 there. Oh, and now we can't reroll again. We didn't get it. And we have to take the 10% crit. Oh, it's painful. Oh, that was a painful, painful journey right there. I was so excited. There's our Grand Hex, finally. But beggars can't be choosers and all of that. Oh, I was so happy to immediately crash all the way down. But that's fine. We got some attack size on our Orbital Fire. You know, that makes up for it. That's gonna help us kill the boss, I swear. Or, you know, maybe we get enough arrow cooldowns. You know, our arrow cooldown can definitely get a number more. Mix of arrow with the shurikens can definitely do some work. So, you know, we're not out of the woods yet. We're not in the deepest, darkest pieces of the woods at the moment, though. Only halfway through. Definitely better on health, but we do have Hardy. That does help all the time. Again, not enough for a reroll. And we are on the Grand Hex, and we get our +3. 3 more. Doesn't sound like much. It really adds up in the long run, though. Every +3 is huge. It's massive. The biggest increase in damage for the shurikens is that we got a mag slime. I'm taking that happily, and we have to go back because we cannot forget to go back for a lovely Grand Hex. There we go. 6 more damage. I'll take it. Feeling pretty good now. You know, you ask, and sometimes things just provide. More speed. Oh, we might be able to survive just yet. This speed is actually huge. If we can get to the point where when the many fairies come and inevitably try to eat my soul, I think we're going to be... Ooh, alright. Cannot reroll. Cannot get an era. So we're going for Grand Hex. So arrow is next on the list, and then we will see. But thanks to this combination... Alright, no Grand Hex yet, so we are on to shurikens. Still, Grand Hex has been skipped. Or no, arrow. Wait, 1 second. No. Arrow. No, yeah, we have to do an arrow and a Grand Hex. So we're skipping both of those at the moment. So this is where it's getting slip and slidey, you know. But the more you skip, the more likely you will get the things that you want. So as you can see, we did get our arrow here. Got some size that I do want. Although, the more I think about it, of course, I want cooldown more. But hey, you know, I'll take it. I'll take anything at this point. Anything that helps. We got our Grand Hex here that puts it to where it should be. And yeah, then we're caught up. Next would be Orbital Fire after this Grand Hex. Perfect. On to Orbital Fire yet again. You know, I was just trying to think of ways to make this more difficult since it's not exactly... You know, there's no real randomness other than what you pick at the beginning. The way you become the most powerful Orbital Fire is speed. Fantastic. The way you become most powerful is by leveling up weapons to max. So, ooh, base damage +1 is good when you can't choose. But no, we need Mag Slime. I'd rather guarantee that I don't have to move around as much in that situation. On to Arrow. So yeah, the way you become the most powerful in this game is picking 1 to 2 weapons. You know, start with 1, especially normal mode. 1 is more than plenty. And then just get that to maximum. You know, focus on that and that alone. And that's it. You know, you'll have 2 weapons that are level 1 or 2. So I feel this is actually a good way to drastically increase the difficulty of the game. It's definitely a challenge, just this rotation. It would be kind of neat if this was a game mode where you pick your 4 weapons, however you pick them, and every level it just gives you a weapon in order, but it's all of the choices of that weapon. So you can make the weapon what you want. So if you want, bone or, shurikens to get their cooldown up or what have you, I have enough for a reroll to get this arrow. If you want your arrow to be maximum or just high damage and high speed or low cooldown, or you want your orbital fire to be really, really big, or leave it really small, but you get damage and dot tick speed. I think it really would give you some pretty cool options there. We are on on Grand Hex, I should say, so that's a good thing there. If I stand still, can they hit me? Yes, they can hit me. They can hit me very, very well. Sadly, we got a cooldown. Oh no, we had a reroll. Oh no, I couldn't reroll. We did get. Oof. Remember the rules. No rerolls. But yeah, it's we are killing things. We're getting there. We're not overpowered, and I think that's more speed. More speed to it. Oh, if I stand, I think we did it. Oh nope, we didn't. Oh, that's a lot of experience there. I will take an arrow. Get some more cooldown. Thank you very much. Let's be pretty good. Grand Hex. Fantastic. Getting our hearts from the chests of the bosses. That's the best part about the bosses, is they drop them chests. And we got a +3 shurikens. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it feels so good when it lines up. Oh, Sanctuary. So yeah, by keeping the weapons at a low level like this, we're definitely weakening ourselves far more. Let alone the fact that if the weapon does appear, you do not re-roll it. That is huge. Like, if I had money to re-roll and be like, I don't want crit for my arrow and just keep going. No. You are taking that crit because that is what the game decided. Just like this. Grand Hex, I don't care about crit for Grand Hex. I want cooldown. I want damage. I want area. Area is great for Grand Hex. Crit, I don't care. I want to just kill as many small things as fast as possible. That's what I want. But crit is what I got, so crit is what I take. Same thing here with crit. I'm actually really worried with the shurikens because we're at 78% or 88% crit now. If we get one more, we're at 98%. I mean, the next one is only 2%. The one after that is, 10% that does nothing because there's no super crit. So realistically, that's a little scary. Not enough money for rerolls, just to note that. And we are on Orbital Fire. So no Orbital Fire, so we go for the arrow. And yeah, more area for the arrow. It's nice. Not exactly what I want. Can I even kill these guys? Okay. Whew. Thankfully, we managed. I wanted to get this chest pretty bad. And, yeah, let these... Oh, the dragonflies. I can't even see them with the... I'm in a really bad position. We are on the Grand Hex. Let's get that area that I was just talking about. Get this heart that Hardy is pulling for us. Thank you so much, Hardy. Keeping us healthy. Oh, they're closing. Oh, I made it out. Oh, we did it. Whew. Alright, that's a scary position, because we cannot deal with the big guys. And we got another +3! Oh, it's happening. It's happening. I think we might be able to get enough damage on the final boss if we can make it to him. We only have 2 more mini-bosses left, and those are, again, kind of my health pool refills, so have to be a little careful. The end is going to get nuts, though. With all of those shield knights. Oh, they're going to be so bad. Oh, I missed an orbital fire somewhere along the way, and that was entirely my fault. So we have to do 2 orbital fires. Please call that out in chat if you saw it, because that is a fail on my side. I was talking so much and just going through the levels in my speech, I didn't even bother to look. So I apologize to everybody. You can say this is not canon or not official, but I'm still keeping it even. I swear. I'm doing that. I'm doing it. We will get there, although we're getting to very dangerous territory. Again, we are on the orbital fire now officially, so I am not going to take an arrow here. I will use a reroll, and I will take whatever orbital fire I got. It was speed, which is actually the best one in this situation, so that is fantastic. We are building a safety net. Let's see what we have here, just to see what we would be missing. And if I had money, I probably would buy like the blue runes. But actually, I might buy. Well, no, I wouldn't buy the pet. Not with Maxine. We already move fast enough right now. Plus, it's getting to be the end of the run and everything. So here we are, on to arrow, which we cannot do anything with. So we are getting the shuriken, and we will be skipping the shuriken in the next pass. So our crit now is essentially 100%. I know it's 98, you know, it's not quite there, blah, 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 but it's essentially there. Still no arrow, unfortunate, so we will go with the damage here, and we will be getting an arrow with this level. I feel it in my bones. You know, sometimes you just feel it. Ooh, that Grand Hex taking out a lot. There, yep, see? I felt it. It happened, and we're on to Orbital Fire next. Okay, we're doing it. You know, we have some pretty good clear, and I think we're at the point, minus the charging enemies, we can stand still, which is very nice. Again, we are on Orbital Fire, so we will snag this size. Ooh, the bomb guys can definitely get through too. They do have a substantial portion of health, which is a shame. I mean, I say it's a shame. I mean, I'm just, you know, it is what it is. On to arrow. Looking pretty good. So yeah, this is... Oh, they are really killing me. Unfortunately, with the orbital fire getting a bit further away from me, and these bombers starting to blow up these little enemies into me, it is starting to hurt quite a little bit. As you can see, we are 5 levels above on the Grand Hex, so we can get that next, which is great. Get a little bit more damage there. I can't even see where the enemies are, and that's a problem. 3 more number. Ooh, yeah. Oh, it's happening. I'm actually impressed that we got so high in the number. Okay, 1 minute to go. Am I gonna die here? It's these fairies. These fairies are the things that are oh, look. Oh, wait, no. We're on orbital fire. Oh, whew, I was about to say. Alright. We are closing in. We're basically done leveling. We might get, you know, a few more levels, but right now, especially with where we are position-wise, it really is just survive. I want that heart from Hardy. I love you, Hardy. You're the best. We have enough for a reroll and to buy hearts, so I will buy these hearts just to survive. Let's get this chest because we don't want to die anymore, and let's stand still for a bit because, again, we don't want to die anymore. We'll get our arrow. Very few arrow cooldowns. It is a shame, but this is kind of what I expected in terms of level-wise. I think we are safe-ish. Unfortunately, I do need to sort of point things in a proper direction. And we are on Grand Hex. I wish I could get this +3. But we will take the 6 damage. We will sort of escape to freedom. Oh, these chests would be so nice. But right now we are so close to the boss, we don't want to get stuck. So here we go. We have the boss. We're in a really bad way right now. We're going to stand still, point in a direction, and oh, it's so bad. I had no protection against, I had to stand still and fight the boss. You know, it's just a bad thing. That was entirely on me. back to the drawing board. But this was a pretty successful run. We made it to the end. It just happened way too fast. All of those little pixies coming in. The desert would probably be an easier level to do, but this one I will be uploading. So if you are listening to this, thank you very much. Nice, by the way. So thank you for joining me. I will get this to the point where I'm doing it consistently, but thank you very much. If you like this, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. What should I change about it? How to alter it, starting with different weapons. Because, honestly, I could just pick Cleave as a starting weapon, and that would effectively negate so much. Not even having... You don't even need to max out its attack rate. Just get a bunch of size and get it to, 1 second, and you can just turn every second, and you wipe out half the screen. So I was trying to avoid that. So, I don't know. If you can think of something, though, let me know. So, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. If you're in America or the US of A, please have a happy 4th of July. And have a wonderful day, everybody else. Thank you very much, and happy hunting.